Happy Thanksgiving week to everybody, and hope everybody has safe travels and enjoy some time with their family and get a chance to watch some football at the end of the week. Just looking backwards, obviously disappointed with the outcome. Everybody inside of our program was. You can still feel it a little bit from the guys today as we started, as they came into the building. Got a chance to watch the tape with them, opportunity to learn and grow, and told the guys that we got to cut that one off and move forward as soon as we got out of the team meeting, and got an opportunity to get on the grass with them a little bit, move around, and we'll see them later today. Looking forward to competing. This is a big game. One of the games that's circled by a big portion of our fan base, obviously in-state game, and important that we go finish this off the right way, and still have a lot of things that we're playing for. First and foremost, this is just our next opportunity to go play together. So looking forward to that opportunity. I'll open it up.
There's a lot of speculation about Jeremy Banks. I'm hoping you can just add some clarity to this. Did he get in an altercation with a teammate? Was he suspended for the South Carolina game? Is he available for Vandy?
We anticipate Jeremy being with us here this week, and as far as what transpired and those types of things, at the end of the day, he wasn't available this Saturday.
Coach, when you went back and looked at the tape, just defensively, was there a common denominator that they took advantage of all night long? Or?
Yeah, disappointed. The players are too, and it's a prideful group that's played well at times. Obviously, this was not a good performance. More missed assignments. We didn't tackle well. Some things that we control, and obviously they played well too. Disappointed in those things. We didn't, defeat blocks. That's up front. That's out on the perimeter. We didn't make plays in space, and those are things that at the end of the day that you have to do. We got to learn from it, grow from it, and be better.
Coach, you guys announced that Hendon Hooker had torn ACL. What can you say about him and his career?
Yeah, hate it for him. Just how much he's poured into it, and the competitor that he is, and how much he's grown, and the opportunity here still on the back end of the season for him. He represents everything good in college football, and a young man that's learned how to become a grown man, that does it the right way, that cares about his teammates, that's grown outside of the game, that's grown inside of the game, that's put himself in a position to have a great future in the game too, and hate that we don't get a chance to go compete with him again, and that he doesn't have that opportunity. For him, his future, he'll make some decisions here during the course of this week, and start moving on as far as getting healthy, and we're going to do everything that we can to help him in that process.
You're one of the few teams in college football that has an experienced backup that's played a decent amount.
Yep.
How much have you seen Joe grow? And because Taven's collarbone and now Hendon's ACL, do you have to kind of watch how you game plan with Joe just because there's no depth there, or do you just let it all hang out?
Yeah, I mean, Gaston and Navy are two guys that have been in our system for a while, Gaston in particular. With Joe, we got to go play. We got to find a way to win this game. So we'll use them as needed in the run game too. And Joe has grown a bunch. You guys have seen the way that he's played when he's been given the opportunity. He's got really good command of what we're doing. We don't change what we do, and he'll be ready to go in this one.
How different is he in the run game versus last year this time? Seems different.
Yeah, well, I think he's a lot more comfortable in what we're doing, and so in the run game and in just his decision-making process, eyes, all of it, he's a lot further ahead than where we saw him at the beginning of last season. And the guys around him have changed too, and I anticipate him playing at a really high level.
What have you seen from Vanderbilt as a team? Obviously 2 straight wins over Kentucky and Florida. What are they doing well here lately?
Yeah, playing as a team. They've created turnovers, created plays on special teams defensively. Done a nice job here the last couple of weeks, making you earn it. They play hard. They're physical. You see that in all 3 phases of the game. from them, quarterback run game, potentially a portion of what they're going to do in this one. We got to do a really good job of handling that and defeating blocks, and numbers are a part of that. And then you got to win on the outside too. We got to do a better job than we did a week ago with big, strong, physical wideouts. And offensively, we got to be efficient and play ahead of the chains. And you guys hear me talk about it. We need to start fast in this one too. Defensively, the last couple of weeks we haven't started as fast as we're capable of. We need to start fast in this one.
Just when y'all went back and cleaned up the film, was there anything schematically you could have done defensively to put them in better positions, or was it just one of those nights where just plays weren't being made?
I'm sure there's probably a couple of things that Coach Banks would change, but you're trying to balance everything too. You know what I mean? From your numbers count in the box to protecting your guys out on the outside. And at the end of the day, there's some plays that we're capable of making that we didn't make in some of the one-on-one situations, and just didn't play well enough.
You've spoken this year about this team's ability to not flinch, and part of that is Hendon's leadership. I wonder, where is the leadership? Where do you feel like the leadership of this team is in those situations without Hendon out there? And then as a coach, what are you looking for this week to make sure that there's no carryover from Saturday night and that they do flush it? What do you need to see?
Yeah, you got to cut it clean and you got to flush it. That shows in your energy in the building. It shows in your approach in the meeting room. It shows with the energy and competitiveness that you have out on the practice field. Looking back a week ago, I told the team today too, I liked a lot of what we did during the course of the week, and mindset and approach at the end of the week is going to be important in this one too. Obviously, Thanksgiving creates something unique this week. The leadership portion of it, Hendon is a strong leader. There's absolutely no doubt. He'll be in the building here at the beginning part of the week too. I think that's important. His teammates see him and feel him too. But we got a lot of strong leadership. It's not just one guy from within our locker room, and we got a bunch of prideful guys. That's why we've continued to improve as a program over the 2 years since I've been here. This one should be and will be important to our guys. Go finish. There's a lot that we're playing for. In life and in this game, you got to finish strong, and we're obviously at the tail end of our regular season. It's important to finish it the right way.
Coach, you saw when you made the announcement on Sunday that kind of social media was flooded with support for Hendon. What has it been like from your perspective to watch the way he's become almost larger than life with the fan base?
Yeah, it's been a great journey with him, watching him through the journey, what he means to this program currently, but long-term too. He's got an unbelievable legacy that he's built here, and he's built it along with his teammates. And I got a question a minute ago just about being able to finish. Man, this team's playing for a legacy too, and how you finish things. And Hendon, playing at as high a level as anybody in college football, anybody I've ever been around, and just the competitor that he is. Everybody can see that, and he's been a huge part of setting some really solid cornerstone pieces to what this program is and is going to be in the future.
Obviously not going to play this week. How much would you like to see him get that recognition for what you're talking about with a trip to New York as a finalist coming up here? And then any update on Brandon Turnage?
Don't have an update on Brandon. We'll see here later this week. For Hendon, he's not going to have an opportunity to play the last regular season game, but the rest of the season, there's nobody playing at a higher level than he has, and you can see that in the way that we've played. The numbers that he's put up, he absolutely deserves the opportunity to be there. In some of the quarterback awards, anticipate him having an opportunity to win those.
Coach, with Joe, have you seen anything in him since Saturday night, knowing that he's going to sort of take over for this last game? Any change in him? And what does it say about him that he's kind of stuck it out through everything that he went through and now is getting this opportunity? Yeah, you continue to invest. The guys that put the most into it inevitably get it rewarded back to them. You don't know when, you don't know how, but he'll be prepared in a great way for this one. Been really consistent in his preparation as the backup all season long.
yesterday. He's in the building watching tape like he normally does, and we'll have a great plan for him and expect him to go play at a really high level and execute it.
Josh, how these days with the portal, how difficult is it to get or to keep a backup quarterback who's really got some combination of experience and a lot of ability? It just seems like there's not many of those guys out there right now.
Yeah, the combination of that, we talked about it during the off season when he chose to stay, and you guys were asking those same questions. It's hard, it's rare. I think it speaks to the culture in the building, the culture inside of the quarterback room, his understanding of how he can grow as a player. And at the end of the day, you know, the biggest competition you have is with yourself to continue to develop and become the player that you're capable of. And he's approached it the right way. But I think it's a great lesson for a lot of guys throughout college football.
Coach, after Hooker found out about the news, what were your conversations like with him? What was your message to him?
Yeah, you know, in the locker room afterwards, before you had a final determination, tough. You love on him, and you know, emotional for him too. More realization yesterday after he gets, you know, results from everything medically, and you know, he comes back this morning, and he's got great energy, got a huge smile on his face. Like, you can see how he's gone through his journey and why he's been able to have success through all the ups and downs. Man, he's so consistent and very positive, and is able to flip forward, and there's no doubt he'll be successful on the back end of this too.
Josh, any update on Danico Slaughter? And you spoke on the importance of cutting it loose and moving on.
Yeah.
Have you seen anything from your team yesterday watching film, today at practice, that shows they have flipped that script and want to move on?
Yeah, this morning you can still feel, you know, the sense of pain and opportunity lost as they came up the stairs in the position room. I thought, you know, as they exited the team room and really when we got on the field, there was good energy in what we were doing today. We'll see them again later today, but anticipate our guys having a great week of preparation and practice, man, and really do. Danico, don't know anything at this point. We'll know more here on the back end of the week.
Do you judge Joe right now, Joe Milton, and how he can help you now, or is there any part of you that is trying to see the impact he could have next season in the future? How are you evaluating him now, or
Man, this
looking
week's
forward?
all about this week. That's it. Let's go finish this off the right way. You know, an opportunity to finish with 10 regular season wins hasn't been done here in a long time. Put us in the best bowl situation we can be in. This football team's come a long way. It's grown. It's competed. It's all about this week. Okay, thanks, guys. Happy Thanksgiving once again.